So when we talk European prospects, this is excluding Sweden. We already did the Sweden top 10. Anyone that hasn't seen that, check it out on the YouTube channel. It's there. This is the rest of Europe, because most years we would have a Finland top 10. We'd have a Russia top 10. There's just not enough from all of these different nations. We just combined them all and smacked them into one with Europe, because they're pretty deficient across the board outside of Sweden. So without further ado, number 1 in these European top 10 for the 2025 NHL draft, we've got, is it Kerban Limitov?
Yeah. Not
your one? Did Mateo blow it?
He's a left shot defenseman. Not a right wing. He's not playing
Mateo, no.
He has the MHL logo too, which is so funny, and the Dynamo Moscow fucking logo in the background.
All right, well, hang on, let's stop. Is this your number 1 guy?
Yes.
Okay. Let's ignore the graphic. We're going to leave it up because it's funny. And we'll see if the second graphic's any better. And if it's not, then we're going to get rid of the graphics altogether. This guy, talk to me about this left-handed defenseman from Russia.
It's who I want to know.
Did you write this on? I'm going to check the document. If you wrote it this way, you need to give a full, wholehearted apology to Mateo.
I think he's got, this is like the little bio right there. That's definitely Eklund.
Okay, so maybe he just messed up this one and the rest of them will be good. We'll see. That's very funny. So this is just Eklund's bio. It is hockey Allsvenskan.
5'11", 161, Allsvenskan, tier 6 to 10. 9. For sure. That's so funny.
That's awesome. All right, we'll see if the other ones are like this. But so, all right, who is it Kerban Limitov?
Kerban Limitov, yeah. He's a 6'3", 200-pound left shot D-man, very mobile defenseman, very fun. To me, should project right in that second round. Depending on like how teams feel about some of the other, like honestly, like some of the Swedes, I could see him going pretty early in round 2. Just given the tools, again, like at his size, how well he moves, he's really involved offensively and defensively. He's capable of playing huge minutes in the playoffs. In the MHL, he logged like 30 minutes a night. But he's a pro-size D, super strong, pretty aggressive. Again, really good two-way results, really smart, good reads, good decision-making. Again, I do firmly believe that he should be going like right in the middle to potentially early second round. I think there's a lot of room for him to grow. I would have liked to have seen him play more like in the VHL or get some KHL games.
Sure.
But
remind me, sorry, is MHL lower than VHL?
It's the U20. It's Russian U20.
Okay.
So it's like the junior league. VHL is like the AHL. And then
got it.
KHL is obviously NHL. But really smart player, makes, again, really good reads. The fact that he's a 6'3", 200-pound guy who moves as well as he moves with that high hockey IQ. I really like him a lot. So I'm a big believer in this player. Really like him. Very fun to watch. And when he's really playing, like when he's in a groove, when he's like playing confidently, like he's noticeable pretty much every shift. So I like him. I like him a lot. I think I put him like, I think I put the tier 45 to 60. I probably lean more like 40, 50 if I could change that.
If the Wild took him in the second round, how would you feel?
He's definitely different when you look at like the left shot Ds that they have, especially now. I wouldn't be
less for fit in the pool, more just like the value of player. Like, would you be happy with that, or is it like there's other guys that I'd be way happier about?
Well, I mean, obviously, this draft we have no idea how it's going to go.
The range, sure, fair.
But no, that's his range though. If they got him right in that, like in there with their second round pick, it'd be a good pick. But yeah, no, he's a good player. I like him a lot. Right. I love that bio. It's so fucking funny.
Let's see if the second one does the same thing. Right away, we're going to evaluate, is this real? We have Alexander Zharovsky, League MHL, right wing, height 6'1", weight 163, draft tier 55 to 65. Are we back to Mateo's doing the right thing? All right. So living in infamy is Kerban Limitov.
That raw.
Oh, he's going to listen back to this and be like, fuck me.
We're never going to see him again. He's going to delete his Twitter account.
Yeah, he will never talk to us again. His social media no longer exists. He's blocked my phone number. Alexander Zharovsky, what do we need to know about this guy?
Really, really talented player. Super skilled. It's got a great shot. Scored some beautiful goals. He started off this year pretty limited role in the MHL. And as the year went on, he started gaining more trust and they started using him more and more. But goal scorer, he's capable of like making plays as well. And like, again, he's another player when he's like, when he's like playing confidently, he's in a really good like stretch of games. He is a human highlight reel. So super intriguing player. Definitely came on as the year went on. He's very fun to watch. He needs to get bigger. Like he needs to get bigger and stronger. Like obviously he's got the height now. He's a bit of a beanpole at 163. But he is like skating's pretty good. Again, needs to get stronger, but when he is on, one of the most skilled players coming out of Russia this year. Again, makes a lot of really highlight reel plays. Very fun. I like him a lot. I think he's probably late second, early third type player. I think I put him 55, 65. Probably close like the 60, 65. But again, like just another player where it's like, yeah, every once in a while in games, like he might be drifting in and out, not super noticeable. Then all of a sudden he's capable of just making a highlight reel play. Again, when he's playing like confident, he's like really in the zone, dialed in. He's capable of taking over games. So he's really fun to watch.
Love that. So being a late second, early third, this is not a guy that qualifies for Carolina Hurricanes target.
Oh, I'm sure it will be like in the 6th round. This is every time, dude. It's insane.
Usually it's the guy that's like right at the end of the first, beginning of the second, and they get him in the middle of the second, and you're like, oh, fucking.
Oh, they'll pull some shit off. Yeah, they'll
Probably,
do it again.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Moving on to number 3 then. We have Semyon Frolov playing in the MHL, goalie 6'3", 203. What do we think about this guy?
Yeah, he's legit. I mean, obviously with goalies, like your favorite thing to say is they're voodoo, who knows, but moves really well in his crease, really aggressive, anticipates plays really well, rarely gets beat from that first shot. The only time he kind of at times can get lost a little bit is just like depth adjustment when there's tons of traffic out front. He can like that's when like the gaps show up a little bit, but like I mean he's put up legit numbers this year. MHL is always tough to gauge, especially for goalies, but at the same time, how well he moves, how athletic he is. I mean, for a goalie, he's not the biggest dude in the world, but I mean, still 6'3", whatever. But I mean, 205, 915 save percentage. He was pretty good. So I like him a lot. I think, again, like that, his anticipation, his ability to stop that first puck, rebound control, really good. He's legit. So I wouldn't be shocked to see like there's always that one point in the draft when you just start seeing that like run on goalies. He's gonna be one of those first names probably right off the board. He's legit. I like him.
Where does he rank? Because I admittedly, like obviously you know way more about draft prospects than me, but goalies I basically ignore because I know nothing about goalie prospects. Like I know way more once they're playing in the AHL, NHL. Where does he rank among goalies in this draft?
Probably trying to think. Ravensbergen, Ivan Kovic, definitely gonna go before him. I mean, there's another goalie in this top 10 that might even go before him too. Probably around 5, 6.
So he's pretty far down as far as the goalies are concerned, which is crazy if you've got him kind of in that second, third range.
Ivan Kovic and Ravensbergen are going to be...
I know Ravensbergen.
At least one of them's going probably in the first round. I'd anticipate...
Where's Ivan Kovic out of?
He... Oh, God. Which...
I don't know him. I know Ravensburgen.
Well, it's interesting because I think I mostly, I mean, as far as like at Smart Scouting and then even other scouting places, or whatever, they've like pretty consistently had Ravensburgen ahead of Ivan Kovic, but like Team Canada's been aggressively taking Ivan Kovic, starting him at all their like Team Canada events for juniors. So that's going to be interesting to see if like scouts feel the same way, but like, oh yeah, Ivan Kovic, he's playing Mississauga. Well, whatever, Brampton Steelheads now.
Okay.
With Martone.
Porter, who is famously offered a lot of money from Penn State, but we'll move on.
Yeah, what? That blows my mind, but whatever. We can't.
Good for Penn State, capitalizing on their
embarrassing.
Frozen Four bid. I have no idea. It's crazy seeing some of the things that are happening with college hockey. I'm gonna wait until it all settles out to even like really weigh in, but we'll see where it goes. Number 4, Denil Proarov, which Denil spelled Daniil is awesome. Last name being Prokhorov is way more Russian, but way less cool than Boot. So we'll go off that. But a right wing out of the MHL, 6'6", 209. Did Mateo mess that up, or is that a mutant?
It's accurate.
Mutant. Talk about him.
Fascinating player. I am so curious to see where he goes, because with how ridiculously skilled he is, how big he is, and how hard he competes, he is going, like, NHL scouts are going to be like, what, are we not going to take him first overall? I mean, have you seen how big that fucking guy is? He is an out-and-out goal scorer, like goals, not necessarily like a crazy playmaker, but my God, can he shoot a puck? He, again, like his motor, like he's not the greatest skater in the world. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but like, again, super high compete level, hits everything that fucking moves if he gets there. And he's got ridiculous hands for a guy his size. And like, it's interesting too, because it's like he's one of those guys where it takes a little bit, obviously, to get to full speed, but like he's capable, but he's at top speed, of making just like these sick plays with his hands. Again, he can shoot through traffic. Like, he's very fun to watch. Again, I have a feeling he's gonna go earlier than maybe like I'd be comfortable taking him, just given the fact that he's 6'6". Sniper, great shot, can score from distance. Foot speed's gonna be a big question. He's got some legit hands. Skating's a problem, but he competes hard. He's 6'6". He scores goals. NHL teams are gonna fucking love him. So I wouldn't be shocked if if you hear his name called like that second round, potentially, to be honest with you. I would be very worried if I was gonna, like, let's say if you don't have a first and like you're like picking late in the second round, and this is a bold one. You're swinging for the fences, but he's very fun to watch. Again, he got to play a couple playoff games. I think he's like half a goal per game in the playoffs with St. Petersburg. So
is that good?
It's an interesting player for a young guy. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I don't know.
Right.
It's a risky one. You're swinging for the fences if you take him too early on day 2, but at the same time, like 6'6", wires a puck, plays super direct north-south, super high compete level, loves to throw hits. Like, NHL teams are gonna fucking love him. And he's very fun to watch. So see how it goes.
Look at that fucking Adams apple.
not quite the fucking Tyler Myers, but you know,
the neck on Tyler Myers is unmatched.
No
one is more suited to be the spokesperson for Toys R Us, RIP in peace, than Tyler Myers. Number 5 on your rankings, Voytek Shahar.
I don't even know how to actually say it.
Who weirdly looks extremely North American.
He looks like a Disney fucking. He
looks like Tyler Sagan when he was like 15. Czech Extra League, right wing, 6'1", 187. Z, you've got him going somewhere in that like third round. What do we need to know?
I really like this guy. Again, played pro in Czechia this year. It's a really hard league to play in. Put up a couple points there. Like he played at the World Juniors this year in a pretty limited role, but like he played really well there. Plays through contact, fucking great shot. Always moving. He's got really good offensive instincts. I like him a lot. I think there's a ton of room for him to grow. I think like he's gonna be one of those guys that's like give him a couple years to develop, and I think he hits the NHL and has a pretty decent impact forward. I think he's gonna be a goal scorer. He's capable of making plays. He's really fucking smart. The fucking NHL Central Scout, I think, loves him. I think they had him like top 5 European skaters, I think. If I remember correctly, but he's just solid again, like can play quick too, like always has like a plan B if like that first option closes out or like isn't there for him. He's really good as far as making adjustments on the fly, plays quick. I really like him a lot. So I think there's a ton of room for him to grow. And the fact that he's playing pro in Czechia this year is impressive.
All right, moving on to number 6. We've got Maxim Agafonov, MHL right-handed defenseman, 6'2", 198. Again, roughly a 3rd round draft projection from Z. What do we need to know?
He's another intriguing one. Again, he's got the pro size. He's also got yes.
How do you not read this as Maxim Agafonov? How can you not?
That's a good point. But right shot D, 6'2", right under 200 pounds. He's a decent enough skater, but like his defensive instincts are pretty far along. Like he's gonna be able to I think he's gonna be able to step in the league pretty quick. I mean, he's got really nice flashes where he's a really good puck mover, super mobile as far as like getting the puck up the ice or whatever. But really solid defender against the rush, in zone. Again, like just advanced defensive abilities. So I like him a lot. Plays really well with his stick, breaks up plays, again, both off the rush and in zone. I think you'd like to see him like play with a little bit higher tempo at times, but at the same time, I think he's a really solid project defenseman. I think he's going to be able to step in, and he probably projects as a 4 or 5 guy. Again, like you're going to use him on your PK, and just his ability to defend at the level that he defends at right now is really good, really impressive. Just a smart defenseman. Probably more room for him to grow offensively, but we'll see how that goes. He's intriguing, but he's also super physical too. He likes to throw the weight around. He's fun.
That does sound fun. All right, moving on to number 7 then. We've got Lassi Boelius.
By far the top Finn, at least as far as not overagers go.
As far as names go.
Yeah, great name. Another puck moving D-man, super high-end skill. He's actually like, I think there's been a few games where I've watched this year where it's like if they go like his club team and Team Finland too, if they end up in a shootout, he's like one of the first 3 skaters that they'll throw out there. Does not hesitate to join the rush, really loves jumping up on offense, defends the rush pretty well as well. Really intriguing player. I think another one that you just give him plenty of time to develop. He's capable of playing a ton of minutes. He's been really fucking good for Finland. Like when he goes up and plays for Team Finland, he's one of those guys that's like excelled with his national team. And then like there's a little bit of consistency issues with his club team at the same time. Like there's been stretches where he's just been playing 30, 32 minutes. I think again, his defensive ability is really in the rush because how well he moves his feet. He's one of the better skating defensemen in this draft. So I think he's a guy that like there's plenty of runway if you let him develop. He's got some upside there, especially just given how skilled he is. He can quarterback a power play really well. But he doesn't necessarily lack like crazy, like there's no huge defensive deficiencies or anything. But he's one that's really fun. I like him a lot. Again, like we saw just like a few peaks and valleys this year, but definitely intriguing the top Finn out of this in this draft class.
Is this the furthest down that the top Finn has been in quite some time?
Yeah,
like it's crazy that
class. Yeah,
like I can't remember the last time that like the first Finn drafted was 3rd round at best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. He's really, again, like with how skilled he is. And I mean, again, like he's 6'1", 190. He's going to keep getting bigger too. His ability to play like in motion is really good. So he's definitely one that you could see you take him with like 3rd, 4th round pick, let him marinate in Finland for a little bit longer, bring him over. I like him a lot. So he's fun. He's a fun player.
Fair enough. Moving on to number 8, we have Pyotr Andreanov. Another goalie. Only 6'2" though. Move on.
It's got to be terrible.
He looks the most serious, by the way. Like, this is a guy that I'm like, you're KGB and you're going to kill me.
Yeah. He's like, whatever.
Anyone that's listening on the podcast, you need to go to YouTube just for this picture.
Yeah. You draft him and you're like, yeah, you want 1A next year, 82 games. You got it, pal. No problem. Absolutely. Just don't hurt me. He put up ridiculous numbers this year for Krasnaya Armina. I mean, like, he was 23, 6-6 with a 942, three shutouts. He's intriguing. I think maybe me putting like the tier at 100 plus might be a little bit cruel because I think he's actually closer to Frolov than I probably should have put it. But I mean, again, like fills a net, he moves. His ability to move in the crease is like uncanny. Like he is super athletic. It's capable of making like those really solid saves, good hands. Again, just the fact that he's as athletic as he is. He's put up some big time performances in the MHL this year. Incredibly consistent all year long. Obviously, when you look at the record and how many games he won, I think like of all. I think they may have won 10 games without him in the net. I have to go look at it again, but yeah, super consistent, really good numbers. Again, how athletic he is, free to play well. He's legit, I think. But it's goalie, so who knows? I guess. But he's been impressive. I mean, you just can't argue.
Marc-Andre Fleury doll. That's our voodoo doll.
I like that. 2024, 25 stats, 1.7 goals against, 12 assists. He didn't have 12 assists.
Or
12A. 12A is funny. I don't know why, but I'm like, yeah, he's just on the power play. They're putting him at the top.
He just whips him down the ice. Someone chases it down. Doesn't matter. We're not here to criticize Mateo. Moving on to number 9, Jan Chauvin. Did I get that right? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn. We need to do a bit, by the way, where I'm going to get like a list of like 20 names. I'm going to have Isha read them all and try and pronounce them. And then you're going to come in afterwards and I'm going to give them all to you and you're going to pronounce them the correct way. And we'll have those queued up for our draft stream where like it'll be like Isha trying to pronounce it. And then here's how it actually sounds.
Yeah.
It'll play well.
And then it'd be like halfway to be like, by the way, there was a fight last night in Bulgaria. And these guys are
what this guy's name is. I saw him fight some dude.
And let me tell you, you haven't heard anyone.
Story.
You know he got signed. He fought a Russian in the parking lot.
It is a very cool story, in fairness.
It is. I know it does rock. That's why I love it.
All right, so Jan Chauvin is a forward from Europe. 6'3", 187. What else do we need to know?
Yep. 6'3", power forward. He's a Slovakian playing for Tappara in Finland. He's got really good hands, capable of making plays. His like ceiling projection just comes down to just betting on the sides and is like how good he is, like his ability to be on the forecheck, win pucks. He's super physical, but again, he does give you that added upside with some like skill. He's got a good shot. He can score goals. I just think he's a really smart player. He's definitely another one where he's got a long runway to the NHL, but I think he does get there and becomes a really solid middle six contributor. You can probably use him up and down the lineup as well. Again, he can play center, he can play wing, but like a relentless forechecking, super physical guy that can win pucks, create possession, and he gives you that added offense as well. And just another guy who's his motor just is it doesn't stop. Like he is just once he jumps over the boards, he plays at one speed. Relentless compete level, relentless on the forecheck. So he's got that part of the game down. So and then you just add in the size and like how smart he is, and the added upside with like the puck skills, playmaking ability at times. He should be able to be like a solid third line contributor. Plays at both ends of the ice, can kill penalties for you. Solid player.
Nice. Brings us to number 10 out of 10. Wrapping it up, we've got
Let's look at this motherfucker.
Bausov, right-handed defenseman in the MHL, 6'6", 190, which holy shit is he a string bean. What can you tell us? He also look at his face. He looks like he is 35 years old.
Yeah. I mean, you have a right shot D that's 6'6", solid skater, and hasn't really even begun to tap in necessarily to like any kind of like offense, but like he does show flashes where he's got good hands, he's got good instincts, he's got a decent shot from the point as well. But his ability to like move at his size, he just suffocates plays, kills rushes like when they happen or in the lead up. He's intriguing. I think again, he's probably going to be a guy that's going to go.
Like, why is he 4th, 5th round based on everything you just said? Like, that's a guy that should be salivated over.
Well, it's like this year has been the one year they really like was somewhat noticeable. And again, it's like not necessarily like super consistent, but like this is the first year we've seen him like willing to try things offensively, outside of just being like the like kill plays, stop rushes, and then like whatever, move the puck up the ice. We've seen him like experiment with his tools a little bit more this year. It's just we haven't seen it as often, or there's not like the long track record. So again, he's intriguing. I know like the NHL teams do love him. From like people that we've talked to, like there are a lot of scouts that really like him just because he moves as well as he does at 6'6", and he defends the rush as well as he does. And again, like this year specifically, he's at least experimented with the tools every once in a while. So he's gonna go like probably, to be honest, like mid-round guy, 4th round maybe. But again, the fact that he's as big as he is, defends as well as he defends, and moves as well as he moves at that size, like it's going to be a big time intriguing piece for a lot of NHL teams. And again, like we've talked to plenty of scouts who are like, really like that Bausov guy, and we're like, is it because he's 6'6" and he's a right shot? Like maybe that might have something to do with it, but he's intriguing, so we'll see. I think one of my buddies wrote a scouting report, and it's like, I'm not going to touch on the fact that he's 6'6" and he's a right shot, but people should know that. I was like, that's a very funny way to start this. Like, what a very funny fucking first couple of sentences of the scouting report.
I like that.
I'm not going to talk about that, but I think people should know this. But yeah.
Fun.